Cassidy, a New Orleans Health Department chief, react to Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. firing the CDC's independent vaccine panel. Cassidy voted to confirm Kennedy as HHS leader. And as Sabrina Wilson reports, Kennedy says he took a bold step in restoring public trust by reconstituting ACIP, the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices.
Dr. Mark Hyman, who's been my friend.
President Trump's Health and Human Services Chief Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fires the committee that gives the CDC advice on vaccines. Kennedy made his announcement in an article in the Wall Street Journal, saying the public must know that unbiased science guides the recommendations from our health agencies. Healthcare professionals are reacting.
Well, like my colleagues all across the country in public health and medicine, I am extremely concerned. This advisory panel was an apolitical, highly respected panel of experts in their fields. If you look at who these individuals were, they were PhDs, they were MDs, they had deep, deep knowledge of immunology and vaccines, and they were there to provide recommendations. They were not there because of any political or other purpose.
Dr. Jennifer Vegno is New Orleans Health Department Director.
If we don't have a vaccine advisory panel, then we do not get up-to-date recommendations for flu season. We don't know what's happening with COVID virus mutations and a new up-to-date vaccine there. And ultimately, we don't get the best vaccine schedule advisories for childhood vaccines. We don't get discussion of new and emerging infectious diseases like bird flu and potential vaccines that could be developed there. We take a giant step back in public health.
Kennedy is a longtime anti-vaccine activist. Soon after his decision was published, Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy took to X, writing, "Of course now, the fear is that the ACIP will be filled up with people who know nothing about vaccines except suspicion. I've just spoken with Secretary Kennedy, and I'll continue to talk with him to ensure this is not the case." Cassidy was later asked by reporters to clarify his statement.
When it was announced was the first I heard about it. But he and I have spoken twice since, and we intend to speak more.
Even as the debate over vaccines rages around the country, Senator Cassidy, who is a medical doctor, continues to support vaccinations.
I don't want children dying from vaccine-preventable diseases. I am pro-life.
What he's doing with vaccines is not grounded in best practices.
Now, during Kennedy's confirmation process, Senator Cassidy said he'd spoken to Kennedy multiple times and that Kennedy said if confirmed, he would maintain the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices recommendations without changes.